Okay.
Well, me and the boy are quarantined because mom has decided to get COVID. And in our boredom, my son Hunter has decided to start a YouTube channel and that I would help him. And so what we're going to do is we're going to do this just piddling around, and a little bit about us is we're just hillbillies. Right now we are on the western side of Arkansas. I pastor a small church, but in the summer and springtime is I do swimming pools, and kind of in the winter time is we find out or we don't really have much going on since pool season's over with. There's a few pools open, but we'll do some welding and some hunting and some fishing and scuba diving and bow shooting and just about everything else, running a sawmill, building stuff, CNC. But anyways, we thought that somebody might like coming along and joining on our ignorant adventures. And the one we've got going on now, since we can't really go anywhere, is tomorrow we're planning on making a trip to the range and shooting some rifles. And I'm fairly new to the reload and stuff. I'm not an expert, but if you've done it, is you know that there's a shortage on a lot of stuff. And we've been, or I have been loading for 6.5 Creedmoor with large rifle primers. But lately all I can get my hands on are large Magnum rifles. So I've taken these cases here and have primed them with large Magnum primers. And what I have been doing is loading these shells with 41.7 grades of Hodgdon 4350. And so I'm going to load these this evening, and we're going to make a trip tomorrow, and we'll carry you along on our ride out to the range, and who knows what happens. But and we're going to see what we can do. Is instead of loading 41.7s, I'm going to back off and I'm going to load a 41 even, then a 41 and a half, and then a 48, or excuse me, a 42. The maximum that the manual's calling for is 42.8. But we'll load a 42 and see where we're at tomorrow. So like I said, I've already got these shells primed right there. The brass has already been tumbled. It's not spotless or beautiful or anything like that, but it is what it is. It'll make its purpose. So what I'm fixing to do is, I'm using RCBS equipment, is I am fixing to measure my charge out and start from there. So here we go. We got that loaded up, so we've loaded 6 shells, one with 41 grains of Hodgdon 4350, one with 41.5, or excuse me, 3 with 41, 3 with 41.5, and 3 with 42. So next is, like I said, we're going to hillbilly this up some kind of lead sled looking deal for Hunter and I to take tomorrow to play with. But for now, we got the bullets that we need loaded, and we will start on the next project. See ya. All right. Now I hope you remember the introduction part of Hillbilly. This is our second project. We've got our shells loaded up, and me and Hunter, this is my son Hunter, we built Mom a table out of some wood that the dog's been running around on, but anyway, she's happy. And the sawmill I also mentioned is my buddy who owns it. So I robbed this piece of cedar that's supposed to be a bench for Mama's table. But we gotta go shooting. So what my plan is to take this piece of cedar and to put it on the CNC machine and to cut some parts out. The only problem is, I don't think this board's just a touch too thick to fit on my CNC machine. So what we're going to do, remember Hillbilly, you may get to see a killing here or dying, but we're going to put this dude on our table saw and see if we can't rip us about a 1 inch thick piece of lumber out of it. I don't know if it'll work. We'll find out. I'll know, you'll know, Hunter will know if it'll work or not. So I'm going to take it, push it, real careful and slow, and Hunter's going to get on the other side and pull it. real careful and slow. Let's see what happens. What's this? I'll show you how to get a piece of 1-inch lumber out of that. See how big we got it. We're about 3 3¼ Mama ain't gonna be happy about benches, is she?
Nope.
It'll be alright. And Mama was wanting some live edge benches, but she's just gonna have to wait. She got a table. She's been waiting on it 2 years. Why can't she wait another year for a few benches? All right, that 1-inch piece of lumber I was wanting, there it is. Probably should run it through the planer, but it's just a prototype is what we'll call it. So we ain't gonna worry about running it through the planer.
Hey, you want me to put this under here?
Yeah, you should. Right there might make a good paddle for the planer. So we got our board. And we got some more cutting on some other stuff to do, but I'm trying to build 2 arms that'll cross like this with a bolt in the middle of them. I can lay this on my CNC and cut the parts out that I need, I do believe. And the rest of it won't be too big of a deal. Actually, I might cut some parts out of that. I think that one will work better. We'll use that for part of it too. The reason I say that, remember that word hillbilly, is remember we're in COVID quarantine. I think I've already had it about 3 or 4 or 5 times. It wasn't nothing more than a cold for me, but we'll see. But anyways, what I was saying is we can't just run around in town and spread COVID everywhere in case we got it. We don't know. Mom will get tested, and I probably won't, but that's me. If I die, I die. I know my Lord's sovereign. But anyways, we'll get this set up on the CNC, and then we'll bring you back.
That didn't turn.
No, that's recording.
Good service.
All right, me and Hunter are back this evening with our second project to get ready for range day tomorrow. Now, we got the CNC machine here. We got our piece of cedar lumber, and we still don't know if this is going to work. That we're going to try to mill some arms out of. This is a machine that me and Hunter built last year. We've used it to do some side work, and we were hoping, and it could still happen, that we could use it to make ends meet. But anyways, I'm running VCarve Pro and with some OpenBuild driver software, and I hadn't been doing CNC too long either. I picked up at the sign shop I worked at. But we got these arms drawn out in here, and we're going to home everything. And we're going to mill them out and see what happens. So, bear with us. Alright. I don't know what Hunter did with the other one. Here it is. So we had to cut a third one out because the wood split up here on this top one. But I think we can use this board. We're going to try it here in a second. But what we're hoping it will do is we'll figure out the back part. This is for the front of the rifle. And you'll see this one came out with 2 holes in it. And that's because one of the holes is from the first arm that the machine had already drilled. But anyways, we'll take a bolt and we'll cross these dudes like this right here. If we need the front of the rifle higher, you just squeeze them dudes up, tighten your bolt up, but you need a wing nut. I ain't got a wing nut, so tomorrow morning we'll just be using just regular old nut. and you just bring that thing up. But we'll probably, it may have worked out good. We might use this one here since it's already got that groove down the center of it for a place to put this through here. Because remember, is we're in the garage, we can't go to town, so we're just trying to make whatever we can make work. Remember, this was Mama's benches. Now hopefully something shoot off of at the range tomorrow, since we aren't like many other privileged people who have lead sleds. But anyways, we'll continue on. All right, me and Nunner have our hillbilly lead sled, cedar, Mama's bench, shooting rest for the range tomorrow finished. It's a prototype, but I think it'll work. What'll happen, of course, you can use your imagination, but the gun sit right there. We got these little bolts here you can tighten up and raise and lower, whatever. I'm tired of messing with it tonight. We've got probably about a whole 30, 45 minutes in it so far, if that. But we'll just hillbilly something behind the rifle. But tomorrow we'll find out. But anyways, appreciate you watching the video, and we will see you in the morning.